I'm Judy Shaw for What's the Fund. Joining me today is Sandra Testani. She is the Vice President, ETF Product and Strategy at American Century. Sandra, great to see you. Thanks for joining me on What's the Fund.
Thanks for having me, Judy.
A quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, Sandra, what's the fund you're talking about today?
All right, well, today we're going to talk about the American Century Emerging Markets Bond ETF, ticker AEMB.
Okay, wonderful. Now tell me about this fund and tell me about the strategy.
AEMB is an actively managed ETF. It invests across a broad range of emerging market debt securities. So it invests in emerging market government-related bonds, and also invests in corporate bonds that are issued by companies based in EM countries. Now, this is a strategy that focuses on US dollar denominated bonds, so it's not taking on currency risk. Now, we think that by blending EM government bonds with EM corporate bonds, that the strategy can offer attractive yield, which of course is one of the biggest benefits of an EM bond allocation, but it can do it with a lower duration profile compared to a government-only strategy. One thing that is probably not as widely known or understood about EM corporates is that, in fact, historically, they've offered higher risk-adjusted returns versus sovereigns, historically have had fewer defaults, and they're generally less exposed to broad geopolitical risk. But in order to pick EM corporate bonds, you really need to have the depth of the credit analysis and security selection that comes with active management. So all in all, we think that this is a really exciting offering. AEMB has the opportunity to diversify fixed income portfolios through investments that can enhance yield. It's not directly tied to US rates or US Federal Reserve actions. You get the benefit of active management with that added diversification from EM corporate bonds, and all at an expense ratio that's at the same level of a passive sovereign-only offering.
Okay, so Sandra, tell me, where can our viewers go to learn more about this fund?
Absolutely, they can go to www.americancentury.com.
Sandra, great to have you on What's the Fund. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having us. Bye.